Thank you, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here to represent the wonderful Boeing company. I'm very proud. And despite Boeing's reputation for precision and discipline, I'm going to divert from my prepared remarks for 1 second to take a moment of personal privilege, and that is to acknowledge someone who I admired for many years as I was coming up in my young career, and then as a lawyer, and that is our former Chief Justice of California, Ron George, who is here with us. He's been a great inspiration to me throughout my career, and I was fortunate enough to have him swear me in as a lawyer. So thank you so much, Chief Justice. And I know, as distinguished as his career has been from a lawyer and prosecutor and judge on the trial court and the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, and then, of course, as Chief Justice, I think the reason he's here tonight is actually because of his wife, the great Barbara George, who is a former chair of the Arts Council, a great steward of art in California, who did tremendous work not only for arts in California, but specifically for arts in recognizing the artisans who built many of our courthouses in the state of California and ensuring that their work is preserved and recognized for those who visit our courts throughout California. So a debt of gratitude and thank you to both of you for what you've done for me and what you've done for the state of California. So as Don said, good evening. I'm Anthony Williams. I'm Director of Government Relations for the Boeing Company and National Strategy and Engagement. And I stand here representing the Boeing Company, and I can't help but feel a sense of pride as we enter our centennial year. That's 100 years of rich heritage and aerospace legacy, much of which started here in California. Actually, many people don't know this, but Bill Boeing, who founded the company 100 years ago, actually got that inspiration because he attended an air show in California just over 100 years ago and was so inspired by what he saw that he went back up to the Northwest and started the Boeing Company. And it's that artistic spark and imagination that inspired flight and creative thinking that helped Boeing soar for the last 100 years. And at Boeing, we say that what others dream, we do. And we'll continue to rely on the dreamers to shape our next century of building something better. Everything Boeing does, from the innovative products we build to the way we operate our business, relies on creativity, teamwork, discipline, innovation, and the ability to think outside the box. If anyone has flown the new 787 or used their GPS, you may realize that there's a very fine line, actually, between art and science. And before any Boeing product was engineered or manufactured, it was imagined. Somewhere right now, a student is watching a film or writing a story or sketching an image that will inspire the next plane, the new technology that will change our lives decades from now. As a company, Boeing believes so strongly in the arts that a significant part of our community giving and volunteer efforts are invested in arts education through our corporate grants and our employees who voluntarily deduct money directly from their paycheck, 100% of which goes to our community grants and giving through our community employees community fund. What brings us to why we're here today, and that is to recognize all the great work that the California Arts Council has done over the past 40 years and to advance the state through arts and creativity. That's 40 years where you've not only dedicated your resources to granting all Californians access to a diverse spectrum of arts and cultural experiences, but also to partnering with companies like Boeing to have an even greater impact. We're very proud of that. Very proud to be partnering with you. And as we know, Governor Brown created this council on the basis that the arts are central to the lives of Californians. And our founder, Bill Boeing's philosophy, build something better, drove the innovations that fueled our company's success through the birth of air travel, the defense of democracy and our values around the world, the age of mass travel and space exploration to the moon and beyond. Together, through the arts, we are helping to shape the dreamers and doers of tomorrow. So thank you for all that you've done and for all that you're yet to do.